And we back! Today we're adding one NBA legend to all 30 NBA teams. We're doing this a little bit differently than we would normally do it because we're not picking the players that are going to the team until after the draft and after free agency. You see? So your favorite team can look different, right? And I'm not just gonna pick, oh, this guy's the best player in this team's history. Let's add him. Let's add another center, and we already got Joel Embiid. We don't need Moses Malone, right? So we're gonna make some changes accordingly. Here's the NBA draft. We have a trade to announce. The third overall pick is going out for Cam Thomas and Cam Johnson. The Cams can't get away from each other, and they did all of that to get... Who the hell is this? Who is the Kobe Dashiki? Is that a real guy? It's not. Why do every time, and this is partially my fault. This is definitely partially my fault. I will not lie. Every time I download someone else's file, they always have a version of themselves in there. Like, who is this? Who is this? Is this supposed to be somebody? All right, let's restart. Let's restart. Yes, it's on me. I should have 100%. Tyler Cornette? Oh, is that supposed to be the guy from Marquette? Yeah, I guess they couldn't put his real name. I don't really understand it, but I will start over. All right, so there we go. We got it for real this time, and there should be no the Kobe D, whatever his name was. So first overall pick is now Alex Sarr. At first it was Ron Holland. This makes a little bit more sense. Second overall pick is going to be Buzelis. All right. Third overall pick will be Reed Shepherd. Okay. And Donovan Clingan goes to the Spurs. Does that change who we add to the Spurs in a minute? Probably not. That's a rookie. Robert Williams and Matisse Thybulle gets traded for the fifth overall pick, and Cody Williams ends up going to the Blazers. Dalton Connect. I just like watching the draft because this is one of those drafts that kind of anything can happen. It's not like the Wemby draft where you knew who was going one no matter what, you know? So we got Brandon Clark and Derrick Rose getting traded for the 12th overall pick for Ware, Topic, and then the end of the lottery is Bronny. Bronny is a end of lottery guy. Wow. All right. So the guys that fell out of the lottery, I thought that was Sam Cassell for a second. That's not his last name. But again, sometimes 2K doesn't allow you to put certain names because it's just a weird game like that. So I'll let it pass. So the last thing we want to do before we start incorporating some of these people is go into free agency and figure out who's going where. All right. So far, the Magic pick up DeMar DeRozan, okay. But James Harden went back to the 76ers. All right. That is something for sure. That is something for sure. Him and Daryl Morey made up. That changes things, man. That really does change things because we mentioned how, of course, they probably should want Moses Malone because they already got Joel Embiid. Well, I was thinking that means easily we're going to pick Allen Iverson. But now you got that backcourt. I don't know if Allen Iverson even makes sense for them. They might have to go Julius Erving. So let's see. Okay, so 100% they should be looking for a wing. We're going to add Julius Erving to the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, no other position really makes sense unless you want to say Moses Malone can run the 4. But I think in game, Julius Erving is still really, really good. So you feel okay with him being the 3. And this team immediately looks just a lot better. Christian Wood is back as well. The bench is just not very great. But this is the way we're going to do things. We're going to go take the worst player on the team, which is going to be this guy, edit him, and then just import Julius Erving. Simple. Just type in Irvin and find Julius, and that's it. Now, all of the people that we add, we're going to give a 3-year contract. We turned off salary cap now because all these dudes are going to get paid. Part of me is like, maybe I shouldn't be going Julius Erving. But let's see. Let's see what they got his overall as. There's Julius right there. He's a 90. I think there's a better version of him in the game. I think he's like a 94. So we got to find the 94 version of him. Or, again, we can run double bigs and let Moses Malone be the 4-man. So there's Julius Erving. It's not the perfect version of him, but it's still a version of him. And since we turned salary cap off, it doesn't matter how much he's getting paid. He's getting paid pennies on the dollar. So just like that, Julius Erving is the first guy we add. So it's James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Julius Erving, Tyler Smith, and Joel Embiid. I mean, the bench is not very good and everything like that, but it is what it is. Next, we got the Bucks. The Bucks could use either a center or a shooting guard. Now, honestly, I'm going to like this. Let me show you. I'm going to this site just so I don't forget anybody. I said center, right? Let's go get one of the greatest centers of all time. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Welcome back to Milwaukee, baby. Feels like an easy pick. The Bucks should be a team to be feared. Definitely a team to be feared. I mean, it's not every day that you get to add a literal 99 overall player. But they're doing that right here, right now. 71 is the year that he was with the Bucks. Boom, and it should be, it's 98. I thought it was, it says 99 here, you'll take a 98. But this team was already looking kind of decent, and now they look even better. They got a lot of centers, and they can make some trades. They can 100% make some trades. The Bulls. This is one of those, look, we have no small forward minutes. Are you kidding me? This is one of those scenarios where the only thing that makes sense is getting the guy. Y'all know who the guy is, right? The guy. The unfortunate part about it is because we're using player DNA. Close your eyes right now. He's wearing the number 11. Oh my goodness, what is happening? You can't give him his actual number. So yeah, all of these people that have retired jersey numbers are going to be wearing different numbers. Next, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, we cannot use currently active players. So even though this team would probably benefit a lot from having, adding Braun to the team would be ridiculous. They are such an interesting team. The only guy that kind of makes sense is Larry Nance, because Braun is active. We can't have two Brauns in the same league. Kyrie is active, and they already got two guards at the front. They don't need another guard or another center because they got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. So Larry Nance is probably the guy they're going to go out there and get, which is fine. He's an upgrade over Isaac Okoro and everything, but he is not as good as Braun or even Kyrie, who's at a 94. I'm actually surprised they got him listed as small forward. I've always just seen him as a power forward, man. I've just always seen him as a power forward. And maybe because I'm just living in the now, and if you can't shoot the three, I don't see you as a three. But, I mean, the lineup looks pretty good. Y'all know the Cavs are always a team that are really good anyway. Okay, so the Celtics could go to almost any different direction. Again, because they have all of their wings with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I mean, I guess you could still add Larry Legend and you can move Derek White over. Or you could say, hey, Bob Cousy, come take Drew Holiday's spot, because that's their lowest overall player. I've made my decision, and I think the league is just better if Larry Bird is here. So Jaylen Brown's going to get moved up to the 2, and Derek White is just going to be the best six man in basketball, I guess. Oh, my God, Larry's got his number. Oh, my God, Larry has got his number. That's cool. But that makes me think, why does he get his number and all the other guys couldn't? Either way, boom, this lineup is disgusting. I don't know what else to tell you. This lineup probably should win 70 games. The Clippers, so they keep Paul George and Kawhi. They need guard play. And unfortunately for them, the best guard in their franchise history is Chris Paul. But you know what? Chris Paul might have retired. Let's see. No, he's still there, and he's still with the Warriors. Dang! I tried to get him one. So instead of it being Chris Paul, it can be Ron Harper. He's the best guard available. Unless we go center, which is Bob McAdoo, which I guess is a possibility. Now, that gets rid of their third best player, Zubac, but it's not like that big of a deal. But I just always want to see the Clippers with elite level guard play. Ron Harper will be at 89. Ron Harper is on the team. I think that makes the most sense. Also, I couldn't find a good Bob McAdoo. So, Ron Harper is the guy. Grizzlies is easily one of the Gasol brothers. I would probably go Mark Gasol, because that allows Jaren to play the 4. So Marc Gasol, you feel good about that? You feel really good about that? That looks good. The Hawks still have their backcourt. They got a lot of centers in their rotation. I think it makes sense to go get Dominique. Let's just go get Dominique. Let's not overthink this. They need a wing. They got a wing of Dominique Wilkins. Easy. This team actually looks like they're going to be nice. Here with the Miami Heat. Ooh, okay. This only makes sense. Oh, ignore the jersey number. That doesn't make sense to me. We could pick anybody from Hornets history. I can't lie. It's going to be Eddie Jones. LaMelo Ball, Eddie Jones, Brandon Miller. They also got Tobias Harris. It's not a great team, but it's a step in the right direction. I guess we just add Karl Malone to the Jazz. Like, some of these are so self-explanatory, but you got to go through due process. You got to at least think about it just a little bit. That front court of Lowry Markkanen, Karl Malone, Walker Kessler, Jalen Duren, John Collins, Taylor Hendricks. Make it a 10-man rotation. I see they got Rob Dillingham. Give him some minutes. All right, Sacramento Kings. Maybe this is selfish. I want to see C-Webb back in the league, so I did that. I'm going to make Mr. Murray here a small forward. His overall stays the same. So their lineup is De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, who's I guess a starter now, Keegan Murray, Chris Webber, and Domantas Sabonis. That's a fun team. The Knicks, they need a wing. They lost OG Anunoby. Is it just simply Carmelo Anthony? It's got to be Melo at the 3, right? It's got to be Melo at the 3. All right, let's do it. 2K has him as an 80 or 92. Either way, the team looks really good. Next, we got the Lakers, who can go in so many different directions. Let's see what their team looks like nowadays. They need a 1 through 3. I know a 2 guard. I know a 2 guard in Lakers history. That will be cool to see play alongside Bron. Don't this team look so much better? All right. Orlando Magic could use a shooting guard right now. Or do I just say Wendell, get out the way? Like, I feel like we could do that. T-Mac. What am I talking about? It's T-Mac. I didn't even think about T-Mac as an option. I won't lie. I immediately thought about the 2 centers, Dwight Howard / Shaq. But T-Mac, come on, man. T-Mac on that team. In real life, if T-Mac joined that Orlando Magic team, they would be unstoppable because they just need somebody that can give a bunch of buckets, and Tracy does that. Jalen Suggs, Tracy McGrady, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero. They even got DeMar DeRozan coming off the bench. This team should win a bunch of games. 2K is always weird, so they might not. But they should. We will be adding. Wait, who's that? Who else did they add? Oh no, I was looking at both of their centers. Well, this is pretty easy. Let's get Luka Doncic and Dirk back together. I don't even know who would even be another option. You know, it's got to be Dirk. That's so nice. That lineup looks pretty good. Okay, so now we got the Brooklyn Nets. Their team could use a point guard or a power forward. I can give them Jason Kidd. They can have Jason Kidd. Yep, that's their point guard. Okay. It's an interesting team nonetheless. Is it a good team? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. Do we just bring Alex English to 2024, a guy that scored a bunch of buckets at his time? Or do we bring in David Thompson, who's technically a higher overall? We're going to go David Thompson. He's the higher overall, and he's a true shooting guard. So we'll do that. David Thompson, welcome to the Denver Nuggets. Yo, that's kind of elite. Boom, lineup looks great. Next, move on to the Pacers. It's going to be Reggie. And since we're downloading from the 2K share instead of 2K themselves, Reggie Miller exists, which is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reggie. Lineup looks good. Next, we get Pels. Oh, that's a tough one because Chris Paul obviously still active. We can't go Baron Davis here. According to 2K, Zion Williamson is the 5th best Pelican in history. Does that feel right to y'all? I mean, I guess I'm thinking about it a little bit more. Yeah, kind of. When it comes to like what his 2K overall would be, it does make a lot of sense. Baron Davis, on the other hand, is up there. He's a 94. That makes sense to me. And now you got Baron, Zion, and B.I. It's pretty cool. Pistons. They could use so many things. We could go Ben Wallace here. But I'm actually going Grant Hill. Grant Hill nowadays, man. This is one of my favorite parts of this video. Kind of taking players that I think would be amazing in 2024 and giving them an opportunity to play in 2024. So Grant Hill is that guy for us today. The Raptors need Vince Carter more than anything in life right now. So let's add VC back to the 6. I guess here we go like, I don't know, an old Drexler to run the 3. Because James Harden's still active. Obviously, they got a lot of really good centers in history, but we got Alperen Sengun, so it doesn't make sense to add another center. So it's probably Drexler. I mean, it feels weird to add him, but that makes sense, kind of. I mean, he still will be the best player on the team. We're going to make him a small forward, though, just so we can have one of the young guards play. So, yeah, Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, Clyde Drexler. That's a solid top 3. The Spurs, let's see who's on their team. It's going to be Tim Duncan. Great. It's just going to be Tim Duncan. Best front court in basketball. And this is a 3-year challenge. So imagine year 2 with these 2 dudes together. That's dope. The Suns. I mean, they could benefit from just having Steve Nash and having everybody move down a position. Amari Stoudemire. But I think we add, again, another guy that doesn't exist in 2K. Let's go ahead and put Barkley up here, man. Move Kevin over to the 3. Let Barkley run the 4. I mean, the Suns are a team that usually are way below 500 in the game in 2K. You add a MVP Charles Barkley to the team. It says accurate here. You think it really is accurate? This one has 60,000 downloads. It's got to be the good one. That's a good look at Charles Barkley, and that's about the overall I think he deserves. So, yeah, there you go. Wow, that team looks okay. OKC could probably go... Obviously, a lot of their best players in history are still active. We can go Ray Allen. We can go best version of Ray Allen. That feels okay. Add more spacing, add more shooting. But this version of him in Seattle was more than just a shooter. He had a lot of different things in this toolbox. I've also been already filming for 56 minutes, just trying to pick the right people and find the right foul. We're probably adding Sam Cassell to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They don't need KG because they got the biggest front court in basketball anyway. So Sam Cassell comes in as nearly a 90 overall player. So we added Stephon Marbury because we couldn't find Sam Cassell, and they're basically the same overall player anyway. Now, it does feel weird that we use Clyde Drexler for the Rockets instead of the Blazers, but that is okay because I do want to see Brandon Roy back in the basketball. So I'm going to put Brandon Roy on the Blazers. Warriors will add Will Chamberlain. Yeah, as if they need more success stories. It's going to be Wilt this time. And the Wizards are like this free-for-all. We could pick anybody. So I'm going to pick Wes Unseld Jr. to play their 5-man. And that's it. We've added every star. And it took an hour. It took an hour. After all that, it's finally time to start simulating, ladies and gentlemen. 3-year challenge to see where it goes. I think we start off a month. Let's go to December for the end of November. And we're going to kind of gauge how this is gonna go, okay? Bucks were a team I thought was gonna be really decent. Kareem, Giannis, and Dame, and okay. Now they're 500. It took some time. Okay, they might end up being solid. They were just slow out the gate. The Warriors, yeah, I kind of had a feeling. And that's even with some of the dudes just being old. I mean, Clay is not even in the 80 overall club anymore. And still, they dominating. Because, I mean, you add a 98 overall player. How do you guard Will Chamberlain? I don't know if anybody has that answer. And then Steph Curry shoot a 50, 40, 90, 30, 28 points per game. So, yeah. Worst team out west is going to be the Blazers. We did give them Brandon Roy, who's a bucket for sure. But I guess not enough buckets for them. The Clippers adding Ron Harper has not helped them at all. The Sacramento Kings adding C-Webb has made them worse, apparently. And the Minnesota Timberwolves having a real point guard has not helped, I guess. On the other side of things, the Wizards, yeah, Wes Unseld's really nice, but 10-10 and 6-2 is not going to get the job done. He's undersized. They got Bobo start next to him, though, so that kind of helps. But the best team out east is going to be Atlanta. Yeah, I thought that team was going to be solid. I thought it was going to be solid. I thought this team was going to be better than solid. Where? Did they make trades already, or is Derek White just injured? He's just injured. I was going to say, if they traded that man that fast, that was kind of ridiculous. And it's just day to day. All right, so now we go to the break. All-Star break. Update on the best team, the Cavaliers. They just sim demons. And that's with a major injury, it looks like. Darius Garland's out with an injury. Probably hit in the face again. That's just all of Darius Garland's injuries. Michael Jordan can't save the Bulls. Oh, what is my life as a fan of this team? If Michael Jordan can't save us, who can? The man is shooting 60, 40, 80. Come on, dog. And then worst team is still Wizards. Okay, Blazers are still bad. Clippers still bad. Grizzlies are really bad. Wow. Oh, Ja Morant's down with another injury? Yep. Injuries are on, ladies and gentlemen. They are on. The Lakers are the 10th seed with Kobe, Bron, and Anthony Davis. The 10th seed? And the best team is still the Warriors with OKC not too far behind. Ray Allen, 21 points per game, 50, 40, 90. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is injured. And Jalen Williams is injured. I got injury zone, but I lowered the frequency, and it still has a bunch of people injured. All-Star participants. Oh, my God. Jason Kidd is out. Tracy McGrady is out. But we get, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 legends. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 between the two teams. Not that bad. I didn't actually know that I could override an all-star. I didn't even know that was a thing. I could straight up say, Giannis, you're not an all-star this year. Instead, we're gonna give it to give it to Julian Phillips. I guess I didn't know that was a real feature in the game. So that's the all-stars. We really care about the playoffs. That's when things are gonna really go down. Doesn't matter what legends are added to the game. Nikola Jokic is gonna get himself an MVP. Rookie of the year goes to C-Webb, I guess. Josh Giddey, 6th man of the year. Will Chamberlain, DPOY, 3 blocks a game and 1 steal. Makes sense. Amen Thompson, most improved. Donovan Mitchell, clutch player of the year. And JB Bickerstaff is coach of the year. All NBA teams. Sees 2 current players, 3 foreigners, 2 current players, and 3 legends. Second team is almost exclusively legends. And third team, we do get a decent amount of normal players. But let's get into the playoffs. Okay, so a lot of things haven't changed since the break, so that's cool. Play-in, Rockets eliminated, Pacers eliminated, Spurs eliminated, Boston Celtics did not make the playoffs. Are you kidding me? Tatum, Brown, Holiday, Larry Bird is injured. I repeat, Larry Bird did not make it through the entire season apparently. And that's okay. So I guess it makes sense, but still, bro, that team should be good enough to end up making it. The Lakers do make it, so we get a decent amount of good series. Now I'm waiting for game 7s before I see if we gonna jump into anything. Pistons get eliminated, 76ers get eliminated, Orlando Magic get eliminated. Can we get some game 7s? We have a few that might happen. Okay, Mavericks eliminated, Utah Jazz eliminated. So we get 1, 2, 3 game 7s. Love that. So this is the first one. It's Barkley and company versus David Thompson and the MVP of the league. It's in Denver too. It's in Denver. Seems like that might matter. The Denver Nuggets are up pretty solidly. 9 minutes ago, the Denver Nuggets advanced to the second round. And in this game, Jamal Murray went nuclear with 7 made threes. David Thompson was efficient. Yoke fouled out in 23 minutes. So there was a chance for the Suns to really do it, but they didn't. Next, we got Dominique Wilkins versus Jason Kidd, who must be... Bro, why is everybody injured? I have the frequency at 40. I guess I'll put it down to 30 for season number 2. It's just a lot of injuries right now. Just a lot of injuries. It's messing up things, but I don't want them to go away completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a part of basketball, but I can't let it dominate the whole video. So we're going to turn it down just a little bit. The Atlanta Hawks are like they're advancing to the second round of the playoffs. Boom. It's a little dicey for them, but they get out of there. I honestly think that if Jason Kidd wasn't injured, there's a world where they get out of there. So lastly, we do got the number 1 team out west versus Kobe. LeBron is injured too. Bro, what is this video so far? Oh my God. We can't even see Steph versus Bron. It's somewhat close. It's not close anymore, and it ends up being a 7-point game. Yeah. Man, bro, if Bron is there, that's all I can really say. If Bron is there, I guess things could have happened differently. Maybe next season he will be. Can't control it. I was about to say, are we going to get 2 sweeps? Nope. We're going to get a 5-game series out here for the Warriors, a 6-game series for the OKC Thunder. Do we get a game 7? We do get 1 game 7. It's the Hawks again, but this time they're going against Kareem, Dame, and Giannis. It is weird to see Dame down to an 88. I cannot lie. He will continue to regress throughout the course of this video. It's weird. It is weird nonetheless. We got to keep it moving. We got to keep it moving to see if we can jump into one of these games. It's not happening in this one because the Atlanta Hawks go down to the Bucks. Giannis with a great game in game number 7. Dame didn't shoot the ball well. Kareem got a bunch of blocks. This is a very winnable game for the Atlanta Hawks, but they didn't put it together completely. Did we see any trades? That's a good question. Did we see any trades? Yeah. All right. So we saw a decent amount. None of these matter, though. Yeah, none of those matter. So we got our conference finals. The New York Knicks are here. The Milwaukee Bucks. OKC's up 2-0. A 3-0 on both sides. I was going to say double sweep would be crazy. Uh-oh, the Warriors are trying to become the first team in history to come back down 0-3. And they got home court advantage. San Francisco. The Roracle. We can't call it the Roracle no more. But it's uh-oh. Dang, they fought all the way back and they lost. Shea versus Carmelo. And, man, this should be a series, man. This should be a series. Brunson, DiVincenzo, Carmelo, Randall, Robinson versus Gilgeous-Alexander, Allen, Dort, Williams, Holmgren. That's evenly matched if you ask me. So 2 seed versus a 5 seed. Okay. Game 1 is a OKC win by 8 as I drop my phone. OKC win by 8, and they won this with Ray Allen fouling out in 19 minutes. Game 2 is an OKC win as well. Oh, is it just going to be OKC? No, there's the Knicks win. There's the Knicks win. We need it to be a competitive series, but it is 3-1, and the OKC Thunder do end up winning. Just like that. Year number 1 is done. The Bulls won the lottery. In a video like this, that doesn't matter too much. I'm curious to see who the first overall pick is. It's going to be a center from USC. We already got one of those. We already got a center from USC. And they passed up on the 19-year-old 6'8 shooting guard from Kentucky who can already shoot and he can already defend. Okay, Chicago. Even videos that we shouldn't care about what you do, you still disappoint me. Free agency. is almost over now. Jalen Brunson goes to the Nuggets. Kyrie goes to the Knicks to replace him. Jimmy Butler goes to the Bucks. All of the restricted free agents stay. Chris Middleton goes to the Heats. That's add an S on Heat. Chris Middleton goes to the Heat. Miles Turner to the... All right, this is just... It's too much going on. I just got to go to the next season. And kind of just see where we at with it. That was insane. I saw a lot of player movement. And y'all know me. I'm the king of player movement. I love it. I love it. I love it. So the defending champions look relatively similar, but now they got Fred VanVleet coming off the bench. It's pretty good. Minnesota Timberwolves didn't do anything. The Trailblazers didn't do anything other than some player progression. Nothing here for the Warriors. The Wizards, nothing. 76ers lose James. No, James Harden's still there. He's just coming off the bench now. Okay. The Bucks add Jimmy Butler to this core. Uh-oh. The Bulls, nothing. Then we got the Cavs. Naz Reid is there. The Celtics are just healthy. That's their big thing. The Clippers, nothing. Same thing here. Richard Starr is now starting for the Grizzlies, but is Ja Morant just the most injured player of all time? Oh, he'll be back soon. He's got the green plus. The green plus means soon. Nothing here for the Hawks. The Heat add Chris Middleton with Dwayne Wade, but they did lose Jimmy Butler too. So, you know, that's a loss. That's a loss. It's a net negative if you ask me. The Jazz, nothing. The Kings, okay, I guess it wasn't that much player movement. It felt kind of crazy in the moment because he went to the final. When this team just in the finals? Am I tripping? They went to the finals and lost, and he went to the next team. LeBron looks like he either left or retired, so that's sucks. They had an opportunity. And yeah, everything else looks relatively the same. Lionel Knox II is the shooting guard over there. That's not ideal. A lot of these teams didn't operate like there's no salary cap. The Denver Nuggets did. They said, hey, we got Jamal Murray, who's great, but what if we added somebody that's great to her? And that's exactly what they did. No Miles Turner. He is gone. Instead, they got Dalen Payne. The Pelicans, nothing changed really. And there's Turner over there with the Pistons, so he wanted to stay in the Central, but he changed just a little bit. The Rockets, they lost Fred VanVleet, but now Reed Shepard is ready, I guess, to run the one. Wemby is now in 94. The Suns didn't change anything, and then we're back here. All right, I think the playoffs is where everything is super fun. I'm going to go to the trade deadline, and just in case there's a big trade that happens, but the playoffs is really what things go down. So that's what I care about mostly. I was hoping that there would be one of the star players getting traded. I just feel like that's unrealistic. It didn't happen. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? It's like Stephon Marbury traded to the Knicks or something like that. Like, that would be ridiculous. But instead, OKC might be repeating, I guess. I don't know. Luka gets his first one. Reed Shepard is now the rookie of the year because I guess the team was just so deep over there in Houston. He didn't play a single second his true rookie season. So, yeah, this is the first year. Luka wins Clutch Player of the Year, Tom Thibodeau. So hear me out. They lose Jalen Brunson and then they get Coach of the Year? Is that narrative driven? They were the 1 seed. There's no narrative driven stuff here, baby. That's production. You know? Deuce. Big Deuce. Wait. Miles come in as a starting point guard and say, hey, I still got us. Carmelo upped up his points. Jalen Brunson dropped. Dante DiVincenzo dropped a little bit. How? Oh, whoa! How is Kyrie Irving just... Oh, he's a shooting guard. Shooting guard, Kyrie Irving. But you didn't win 6th Man of the Year, averaging 28 points per game? Am I tripping? No, he started almost every game. But he's coming off the bench for the playoffs? Thibodeau, are you really the coach of the year? Are you really the coach of the year? The Orlando Magic were still really bad with T-Mac. Same thing with the Hornets. The Bulls got Michael Jeffrey Jordan and have not won. All right. The Miami Heat, yeah, they lost Jimmy Butler, so Wade can't do it with just him and Bam, I guess. Toronto's not very good. That's the Western Conference or Eastern Conference. The Western Conference does see the Nuggets again be dominant, even more dominant because they got a backcourt duo at the point guard position that are kind of crazy. The Kings jump up a lot. Wow, Kings. I see y'all. Y'all missed the playoffs completely last year. Y'all are the 2 seed now, so that's huge. All right, let's get into it. Playoffs. Will we see a Game 7? Pelicans get eliminated. 76 get eliminated. No. Jimmy Butler's on the Bucks. I thought that was a 76 for a second. I was about to say they were crazy. The Wolves get eliminated, and the Celtics get eliminated in the play-in again. This time, Larry Bird is there. Y'all still are only a playing team, and you lost to the Wizards. Can we see who's on the Wizards, man? The Wizards, oh man, Wes Unseld. Wow, he ain't even doing much. No disrespect. He ain't even doing much. Y'all lost to this team. Shout out to the Wizards, man. Shout out to Buzelis. He could have been a most improved player candidate. All right, so we are officially in the playoffs. Uh-oh, the Wizards took game 1 off the Knicks. I don't know if it's going to stay that way. It's not. It's 3-1 now. San Antonio's out. The Pacers are out. The Wizards are out. Okay. Can we get a game 7 out of something? Jazz are out. Nets are out. Oh, we got a game 7. The Mavericks are out. Can we get 2 game 7s? And we do. That's amazing. So, okay, we'll start off over here. Nope, we'll start off with the Warriors versus the OKC Thunder. Okay. So, I'm assuming Klay Thompson's still on the team. He's just coming off the bench. Same thing with Draymond Green. They're just coming off the bench because their overalls keep dropping. Let's see how this goes. This is a matchup last season. It wasn't the first round matchup, I'll tell you that. And OKC looks like they're going to mop the floor with them. I don't know if we ever going to get a chance to jump into a game the way this is going. I just want to see some legends hoop. But right now, none of the games have been close. Steph Curry had a great game, but it was Chet Holmgren with his 6 blocks and 27 points. That's elite. Then we get the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Atlanta Hawks. Teams look pretty much the same. Alex Sarr is now an 83 overall at that center position. So let's see if he can help them beat the Cavs, who are always really good. And it's a lot of Cavs. That home court advantage seems like it's mattering. That is a blowout game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They advance to the second round of the playoffs behind Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland being great. Larry Nance almost got them a triple-double. He's averaging a small 14, 8, and 3 in the regular season. I mean, I guess that's fine. I'm sure he's playing elite level defense on top of it, you know. So he's not a counting stats guy. You didn't add him for him to average 30. The Western Conference goes smooth. We get the 1-2 matchup in the conference finals. The Knicks make it to the conference finals to go against the Bucks. The Bucks have Terrence Mann as the 2, but the rest of that lineup is so ridiculous. Game 1 of that series is going to go to the Bucks. Yep. And then we already saw these 2 teams, how good they are this season. Them Nuggets look ridiculous. They have only lost 1 game in the playoffs so far. 2-0 in the East. 2-1. Oh, man. The Bucks just swept them, by the way. And we get a game 7. Game 7. No. Instead, we get Bucks versus Nuggets in the finals. This is pretty solid. It's Kareem versus Big Yoke at the center position. That's pretty elite. All right, game 1 is a Nuggets win behind a 30-point triple-double from Nikola Jokic. Game 2 is a Nuggets win behind a 45, 8, and 5 game. Game 3 is the Bucks. There we go. Fight Bucks. We want a good series, baby. 2-2. Yeah. 3-2 Bucks. Could they complete the reverse sweep, or do we get a game 7? It is game 7 time. Here we go. First game 7 in the finals for some time. Please be close. And it is so far. Wow. Keep it this way. It's not really close anymore. And it looks like the Bucks come back from down 0-2, and Jokic still wins finals MVP. Wow, he still won finals MVP. Big Yoke, I see you, big fella. I see you. Why am I not seeing who's retiring? I'm not getting any notifications on who's retiring and who's not. Okay, so we can go straight to free agency again, because free agency was wild. Like, the Nuggets got to the finals because of free agency. They didn't win the finals because of free agency. Oh, some of our legends have hit free agency. How? I'm not completely sure, because I gave everybody a 3-year deal, but let's see what happens. Grant Hill goes to the Bucks too. All right. The Bucks. I want to end the video. No way Tim Duncan had left his team. The Warriors get Jason Kidd. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, the Bucks should be the super heavy favorite to win this championship. With Jimmy Butler. As a matter of fact, let's just go look at this team. This team should win 65 games minimum. And they should sweep the whole Eastern Conference. I don't know anybody out East that's even close to that. It's Grant Hill. Oh, they lost Jimmy Butler, though. Or Jimmy Butler might have retired. I couldn't see retirements. So Jimmy Butler might have retired. So this team is not actually as good. Now, they do have 3 of the top 4 players in basketball, right? They got 1, 2, 3 of the top 5. So, yeah, maybe they should still be big favorites. But Jimmy Butler's just retired like that? Or is he? I don't even know. I didn't think I saw him in free agency. So he might have just been gone. I don't know. I downloaded a save file, and apparently you can't see retirements with this save file. Oh no, that's Jared Butler. I was about to say, dang, he just regressed a lot. No. So Jimmy Butler's out of the league, even though he was just a 90 overall. He was just a 90. 91, if I'm not mistaken. Super surprised that we didn't see one legendary player win an MVP award. It just went back and forth between Jokic and Luka Doncic. But hey, that's just the way it ended up working. The Bucks have an All-NBA first-team player. And that's it. Okay, I thought for sure that Giannis would be in there as an All-NBA player. Oh my God, the Bulls are in the playoffs. Won't you look at that? Won't you look at that? Micah Jeffrey Jordan. Micah Jeffrey Jordan is what they call him. This team sucks, though. So shout out to Jordan, because that's really just almost all you. Blazers done. Knicks are done. Knicks from number 1 seed to play-in loss. Lakers done. Nets done. Okay. Tim Duncan versus that super team out east. Tim Duncan gets at least a game. And it's Tim Duncan, Vince Carter, and Scotty Barnes. Like, that's pretty solid. Now, the rest of the team is going to be as good, but that's like a really dope core, honestly. It'll be a fun watch for me. Bulls get eliminated, which is not a surprise. But the Sacramento Kings get eliminated. The Miami Heat get eliminated. We do get a game 7 or 2. 2 to be exact. Yeah. So the higher seed won every single round in the Eastern or Western Conference. Will that happen out east? The Boston Celtics are finally in the playoffs? I didn't know that was possible, 2K. And it looked like they're at least going to the second round. Yep. Atlanta Hawks get eliminated again. And now we get to see this super team, Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, dang. It's over. Game over. They dominated that first quarter. There is no looking back right now. Dominated the first quarter. And they lost the second half. But when you dominate that first half by that much, it don't really matter. Grant Hill with 31, 9, and 8. Sheesh. He's just... Oh, my God. This is a ridiculous team. It was really a 2K team. You know, sometimes, like, I remember back in 2017, a lot of people say this is a video game roster, talking about that Warriors team with KD, Steph, Clay, and Dre. That literally is like that's a video game team. I can't lie to you. Jason Kidd is with the Warriors now. Does that mean that Steph Curry is either retired or coming off the bench? Yeah, he's retired. I don't understand why they didn't allow us to change it. I would have avoided that. Like, why is Steph Curry out of the league already? He was just a 95. But we do get OKC versus Warriors, I think, for the 3rd year in a row. So this is somewhat built into a little rivalry. And OKC has won every single time. Yep, they won every single time. And that continues to be the case. Continues to be the case as we get to the conference finals. We got the Washington Wizards are in the conference finals. They have 480 overall players, while every other team has only like 1 or 2. So this is really kind of like a Cinderella run from the 4-seeded Wizards. I mean, but again, it seemed like they've been good all season long. It looked like they were going to get swept, though. Nope, they take a game. They take 2. They take 3. Uh-oh. First team in history to come back from down 0-3. I'm actually rooting for the Wizards right now. First team in... Oh, that first quarter again, bro. These teams continue to come out flat on their face, and they get dominated in Game 7. Another team to force a Game 7 from being down 0-3, but then end up closing out that last game. So we do end up seeing the Thunder in the finals again, but this time against the Pacers. Reggie Miller and company look good. But look at that OKC team. We should have said caveat. OKC don't get they don't get Pacers with the sweep. I thought for sure this is an OKC Thunder series, but wow, Tyrese Halliburton gets the job done, and just like that, we added 1 legend to all NBA teams. And did we get 4 different champs? We had 3 different champs: OKC, the Bucks, and then the Pacers. You know what they say, the NBA runs through the Central Division. We get 2 there. Yep, I'm rooting for the other teams in the Central because my team is bad. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.